My name is Dave D'Amico alongside Aaron Vernon, and we got Jake Heinen back in the studio making sure we sound good playing the PSAs. Both these two teams are kind of struggling as of late. UTA has lost 4 in a row. South Alabama's on a 2-game losing streak, and they've lost 4 of their last 5. What are you looking to see in tonight's game?
Today's episode of Sports Moments is going to be a little different. Instead of talking about a moment that everyone remembers, I'm going to talk about a moment that only me and very few other people know about. Now, I know that this may result in nobody viewing this video, but I'm doing this to try and build my career in the sports world. What career is that, you might ask? Well, it is my dream to someday be a sports announcer, whether it's calling any sport on TV or on radio. I would love to be a sports announcer, and that is what I strive to be. And I'm hoping to use this video as sort of a demo reel that I can maybe show off to anybody who's hiring for sports announcers. Now, in my college career, I jumped around from school to school, but I received my degree in broadcast communication at the University of Texas at Arlington, which, by the way, is the biggest university in the whole United States without a football team. I know, that's crazy, right? I certainly didn't like that stat. While I was attending UTA, I was a part of a program that gave students the opportunity to announce sporting events on the college radio station, utaradio.com. The sporting events that I called were basketball, baseball, and softball. I could have called volleyball, but I didn't join it fast enough. But that's beyond the point. The sport that I really enjoyed calling the most was basketball. I really seem to kind of have a knack for calling the game as it goes, which is funny because basketball isn't even my favorite sport, but I still like the sport anyways. But however, the greatest game that I called was a softball game that took place on March 8th, 2019 between the University of Texas at Arlington Lady Mavs and the University of Southern Alabama Jaguars. As I got my announcing equipment all set up, ready to call the game, I studied the media guide so I would know the stats on all the players, and we were underway. The game started in favor of UTA by them getting the first 3 outs with only allowing 1 hit in the top of the first. And in the bottom half, they would strike first. Now, bear with me here because I don't have any video from this game, so I will play you sound clips of me calling the game on the radio so you can use your imagination and picture the game in your head. A wise man once said that radio is better than TV because the picture is better. Anyway, here's the clip.
As she hits this one, it's grounded to third, and that goes all the way, and that goes to the left field, and Bruchanti is going to have a 2 RBI double. What a play by Bruchanti to hit it right between the gap between third and short. Honestly, because of the angle that we're seated, I actually thought it was picked up by the third baseman, and I couldn't see where the ball went.
Yeah, I kind of seen it hit the ground and kind of scatter after that, but both players able to come home, 2 players able to come home and get somebody else on base. So, excellent play there. And then they still have 2 players on base and Brittany Wiley up to bat for UT Arlington.
UTA's Bree Berchianti got the Lady Mavs going, but in the top of the third, South Alabama's catcher, Camden Kivstad, had something to say about that.
Here it comes, and that pitch is cracked deep to left center field, and it is out of here. And just like that, It is a brand new ball game. Cayman Kistevad has her 4th home run of the season. We are all tied up here at 2.
Yeah, just an excellent hit, straight out the field, just high arcing over the fence, just a different way to tie it up here for South Alabama.
Yeah, as her teammates all gather around her, and that was a clutch home run by Kistevad. You could have not asked for a better time to hit a home run for South Alabama.
Yeah, definitely not. Just what they needed to get in the game.
And if you're Randy Phillips, how do you bounce back from that? It's like, it's still tied, you didn't give up the lead, so you still got a tie ball game.
Yeah, definitely still a tie ball game. It's plenty of softball left. If you're Randy Phillips, it's not much. I mean, you just have to keep playing, and hopefully it doesn't happen. You still have one out and still have the whole game to play.
Now, UTA did get the lead back on an RBI single from third baseman Brittany Wiley.
Here's the pitch, payoff pitch, and it is grounded and through the gap in center field. Here comes Love. She will score. Going to third is Bruchanti, and Riley is in with an RBI double. Puts the Mavs back on top.
UTA had gotten the lead back, but things would fall apart in the top of the 4th. Again, use your imagination as I play you these audio clips of how the top of the 4th all unfolded for the Lady Mavs.
Here's the pitch, and that is cracked deep to left field, and it is out of here. And oh man, what? Have yourself a game, Brittany Reed. South Alabama now takes the lead by 5-2, and they have their first lead of the game. And that is grounded right to second. Oh, and she muffed it. Oh, and you gotta wonder that if Melanie Mendoza was thinking too far ahead in advance on that play, because she would have had an easy pickup, and she was just thinking, I'm going to pick this up and step on second, and if she would have just played that normally, she would have had an easy out. Here's the pitch, and it is grounded up the shortstop, and she muffs the ground ball. Holy Toledo, what a turn of events here in the top of the 4th inning as Whitney Walton commits the, I'm going to believe they're going to call that an error. I'm not sure if they're going to, yeah, they are going to rule that an error. So that's 2 errors and a run is scored. It is now a 6-3 lead for the Jaguars. As she gets one past a diving or Garcia, and another run will come. It is now a 7-3 lead for the Jaguars as they've now got players in a rundown, and they're safe, but they're not going to get anybody out. Oh my goodness! What a turn of events! This is ridiculous! The way things are happening here. It is now a 7-3 lead for the Jaguars. They had a perfect opportunity to get the final out, and they could not capitalize. Here's the pitch, and that is hit once again past the diving Garcia, and now 1 run is in, and there's another run, and we've got another run down, and she is safe. Will this inning ever end? This is getting ridiculous as South Alabama, it's just basically become batting practice for the Jaguars now.
Yeah, definitely a lot of scoring been done here in 1 inning.
That's their 7th run. It is now officially 9-3. 7 runs have been scored in just this inning alone.
Now, about the part where I lost my cool. Well, I had just seen a video compilation of announcers getting angry, and that inspired me to do my best angry announcer impression. As that was happening, I was thinking of this moment from Minnesota Vikings announcer Paul Allen.
Brett Favre goes back to pass. He pumps. Now he fires over the middle. Intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It was intercepted by Tracy Porter near side to the 40, and John Sullivan runs him down at the 47-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe what I just saw.
Looking at that play, he should have just held on to it, Paul. He should have. He could have easily gotten 5 or 6 yards if he would have just pulled that thing down and dove forward.
But why do you even ponder passing? I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
So yeah, after 3.5 innings, it was 9-3 in favor of South Alabama. But as I was calling the game, I knew UTA could still come back. And in the bottom of the fourth, they got 1 run back.
As Laura Curry steps up to the plate, and she hits a grounder right to second, and she gets the run in as the second baseman could not field the ball. And so Mendoza scores, and it is now 7-4. It is now 9-4 in favor of the Jaguars. So what'd we say? Cut into the lead a bit.
And then in the 6th, this would happen.
There's a drive deep to left field, and it is out of here. Home run, Whitney Walton.
Yep.
That is her second of the season. It is now a 9-5 deficit for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. She swings. It's down the third base line, and she is able to get the out at first, but Aline Garcia is able to drive in the run. It is now a 9-6 lead in favor of the Jaguars. So even though she didn't get on base, she still got the RBI. The count is now 1-1. Alexis Reed winds up. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's hitting down the third base line. And that is through, and 1 run will score. And we've got ourselves a game. UTA is now find themselves now down by only 2 as Reagan Wright draws in the RBI.
Now on to the 7th and final inning. In softball, there are only 7 innings, but UTA was down 2 runs, and pitcher Allie Gardner was shut down since taking over in the 4th, and she held her own by not allowing the Jaguars to score. And with 2 outs, on a tight play at the plate, this would happen.
Here's the pitch, and she gets her to swing, and it's up the middle, and here's the play at the plate, and she is out at the plate! What a throw by Curry!
That was definitely a good throw right there. Just excellent awareness to get the out, sending it all the way from the outfield to home plate. Just excellent right there.
Yeah, that was I think one of the best plays I had seen so far. Now UTA's got to do their part. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win the game. This game is in their hands. Stick around. We've got the final half of this inning here on UTARadio.com.
Now in the bottom of the 7th, I'm gonna let myself do the talking here.
Here's the 1-1. And that's hit through the gap. 1 run is home. Here's 2 runs.
3.
And here comes the walk-off. And there we go. Walk-off winner. What a play by Laura Curry to just hit it right through. And the crowd walk-off winner. And could it get any better than that?
UTA had come back from that disastrous 4th inning to walk it off. So now we're at the point where I say, so what happened next? Well, UTA would finish their 2019 season with a record of 36-27. They would win the National Invitational Softball Championship by beating Iowa State 4-3. And as for me, I would get to announce a few more softball games, but that was the last time I called on the radio. But in this past fall, I had a series where I got to announce high school football games in my area. I'll leave a link to that website below so you can hear some of my football announcing talents. And, you know, I'm hoping that maybe a talent who is looking for sports announcers could be possibly watching this, and I'm hoping I can use this as my demo reel to you. I know there are lots of college sports that need announcers, especially women's sports, and I really enjoy women's sports, and I think softball would be right up my alley, and women's basketball. So here's hoping that you will one day hear my voice either on the television or on the radio. Comment or email if you have any idea as to what you want a future video to be, and I will see you in the next moment.